If I can help somebody as I pass along, then my living shall not be in vain. Words to one of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s favorite songs.
And they symbolize our city's 30th annual commemoration. As Aurora TV supervisor Randy Simpson and producer Yasmin Marino show us, if the kickoff is any indication, we are in for quite a celebration.
Stephen D. Hogan, Mayor of the City of Aurora, Colorado, do hereby proclaim the week of January 10th through 18th as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Week in the City of Aurora.
I have a dream.
For the 30th time, the City of Aurora is recognizing Dr. King not just on one day, but for a week and a half, something that you don't find elsewhere in the state of Colorado.
Well, it's just wonderful to see the young people who've been involved here doing things, the kind of celebration Aurora is having, the participation of the police department and the mayor, and so many people. It's just great to see. The dream lives on.
After 344 years, they were finally here, and they sang, "Keep your eyes on the prize, oh Lord," because that's what they did. Kept their heads in the sky and they never hid. Face to face with the pain and they never slid, instead they lived. They went from pitchforks to podiums, picking to the promised land, property to politics, principles to policies, prayers to praise, whip to wise, lashings to lethal. And they never disguised. They came from behind that little light where they let it shine so bright that it lit up the screen, touch minds up, back, and in between, all because of one king, all because of one thing, all because of one dream.
I hope that this particular year and this particular week in the City of Aurora will help us all to remember and to move forward.
Wow.
Wow.
Poet laureate Jovan Mays.
Yes.
Brought tears to our eyes. You're
So
having chills.
inspirational.
Oh
yeah, even in just that little bit that we got to hear, I got chills. Just
yeah, he's amazing. And his full poem was about 5 minutes. You can watch all of it on our website, auroratv.org. And then also great job by the Aurora Hills Middle School Choir.
Yes,
Beautiful.
for sure, absolutely.
Well, a new event this year, Lights the Night, a beautiful candlelight vigil. Take a look.
Te damos gracias, Padre, por la oportunidad que nos da, Señor, de estar en este lugar, Señor.
Each participant held a tea light candle to make a strong statement about peace. On Monday night, religious leaders from across Aurora came to share words of hope and wisdom in many languages. And there was a procession at the Municipal Center's Great Lawn. Some powerful words at Monday night's City Council meeting, a call to action by our mayor.
Choosing to love more than hate, to seek justice rather than revenge, and to refrain from acts of violence to any person, group, or race.
Surrounded by community members, Steve Hogan read into public record the city's commitment to honoring Dr. King. He says Aurora is not only the most diverse city in Colorado, but in the nation, and will strive to do better.
In another part of our city, gospel singers, actors, and activists give an uplifting performance to inspire all of us.
What you need is waiting at the table.
Surrounded by community, at the Table is a production that took us back to when Dr. King was 26. The show at the Colorado Community Church on Sunday focused on one night in particular when the young civil rights activist was at a crossroads about his social responsibility. In the end, he made the decision to respond to his calling. One of the speakers said residents can make a difference in their own communities.
Take an opportunity to talk to people who don't look like you or are from different cultures from you, to learn more about them than to see. They're just like you. So I ask that each and every one of us in here let no one turn us around, and we keep our open minds.
see the full At the Table performance on Aurora TV on Comcast Channel 8 starting this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. or anytime at auroratv.org. There is so much more scheduled this month. Here's just a small sample.
Something for everyone, really. Several community discussions are planned. One is hosted by the city's Community Relations Division, and we will broadcast it live here on Aurora TV. You can watch that Wednesday, January 13th at 7 p.m. on Comcast Aurora 8, and you can watch it live or anytime at auroratv.org. There is even a job fair and resume writing workshop as part of the commemoration. The details are right there. It's Thursday, January 14th here at the Municipal Center from 11 to 4. And then the big celebration for Dr. King's birthday. On January 18th, there's a motorcade from the Aurora Municipal Center to the MLK Library on Colfax for a wreath-laying ceremony. The motorcade then continues to Denver City Park, where the Marade, part march, part parade, gets underway and heads to the state capitol. Come and take part. The complete schedule is on our website. Just click on the links tab right at the top.
A little bit of something for everybody for sure.
It's the highlight of our 30th annual commemoration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday.
It all leads up to Colorado's Marade, and tens of thousands take part. Here's Aurora TV's Christina Savon.
Early morning sirens.
We shall live in peace.
Singing.
Today is a day that we honor the legacy and the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King.
And tributes were all part of the state's annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. The day's festivities started out here at the Aurora Municipal Center. Residents were invited to join a motorcade over to the Martin Luther King Jr. Library for a special wreath-laying ceremony.
This is the 30th year that the city of Aurora has participated in the Martin Luther King Jr. Day celebrations and honoring of a man who is someone who had strength enough to teach us that the best way to take on violence is not to be violent in return.
Afterwards, Mayor Hogan, along with members of the community, headed over to Denver City Park. There, they were greeted by dignitaries and MLK supporters.
Colorado was one of the very first states in the country to recognize the MLK holiday, thanks largely to the leadership of our very own. We're lucky to live in a state that has a history of valuing civil rights and human rights.
Shortly after, one last wreath was laid in front of Denver's Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. statue. Thousands marched from City Park to the Civic Center. For Aurora News Weekly, I'm Christina Savon.
Thanks, Christina. The Marade, which is part march, part parade, is the largest of its kind in the country.
I know, we're proud of that.
We really are.
Every year we also have candid discussions about race as part of our commemoration. Aurora TV was proud to again host a live forum with high school students, religious leaders, and police officers.
Tonight we are fortunate. We have members of the command staff from the Aurora Police Department here to talk to you tonight. We're going to be discussing topics relevant to the police department and our community.
There were 4 forums about Dr. King and diversity. They were hosted by the city's Human Relations Commission and broadcast live last Wednesday night on Comcast Channel 8 and auroratv.org. They are posted online so you can watch them anytime you like. Another great MLK event Aurora hosts every year had a new twist this time around. City council members, school officials, and residents came to the annual Community of Faith breakfast at the Municipal Center to celebrate and pay it forward.
We had students that were not at graduation, and I remember thinking, we need our students back.
To honor Dr. King's commitment to equality and education, APS will launch the Ignite program. They have teamed up with the Aurora Community of Faith to help 100 seniors graduate this May. You are asked to be a mentor. They say volunteering just 1 hour a week could make the difference when it comes to that diploma.
This program will support about 100 seniors that are just a little bit short of reaching that goal of graduating in May. But we need your support. We need volunteers to help mentor these students to make sure that they are in that seat and they get across that threshold in May.
So often we are left out and forgotten by everyone else because people think we're ghetto or we just can't do the same type of work that everyone else does, or people think that we can't do it, but it would mean the world to all of us if people started thinking of us.
Ignite is sponsored by Goodwill, which will provide some trained mentors. The program starts in February and runs until May.
People from about 140 different countries call Aurora home, and as part of our 30th annual MLK commemoration, we celebrated that diversity with a multicultural extravaganza. It dazzled the crowd at the Aurora Fox Arts Center. Excellent. I feel like I just went on a trip around the world.
I know. I love that they used a lot of kids and that. How about that jump split breaking the boards?
Talk about talent all the way around.
I know you
for
can
sure.
do that.
Yeah, I was thinking I need to hit the gym a little bit watching that guy, but our own Christina Savon did all of the shooting there too, which is fantastic. So
Good
thank
stuff.
you. Thank you for that. And speaking of entertainment, the well-known Cleo Parker Robinson Dance Ensemble also performed last week at the Fox as part of the commemoration. The event was produced by Grand Design Incorporated. The organization's goal is to promote African Americans in the performing arts. Together, they put on quite a show, as you can see there. And there are still a few more events coming up for our 30th annual commemoration of Dr. Martin Luther King.
Mark your calendars. Next Wednesday, January 27th, the Community College of Aurora will host 3 events. There will be a Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration breakfast at 9:30. Then at 11, watch a documentary about how the next generation is going to confront racism. It's called I'm Not a Racist, Am I? And the final event is that night at 6. Dr. Eddie Moore, a national motivational speaker and educator, will present Diversity, Power, Privilege, and Leadership. Are we making progress in the 21st century? You can find all the information for these free public events at our website under links.
All in one place, which is helpful.